So hello everyone, welcome back in another video. I am Vaibhav and we are going to see strings method used in a Java. In our previous video, we are covered a point that is a string, and in today's video, we are going to see which methods used in a string in briefly. Before that, our previous video is done on string, but we take a small overview on it. So, what is string? String is nothing but it is a collection of characters, or it is a array of a character which consisting which consisting all characters gathered in a one set, and it is enclosed by a double quotes. That is the string, and we also see that we are creating a we are defining a string by two methods. By first one is that by using a literal, that we are written as a string s1 is equal to, and their literal method, that is the hello or anything detail which we have to create as a string. And another method is that we are creating a string by using a new keyword, and that syntax is for that is string s1 is equal to new s1 string parenthesis and semicolon. There in this case, the string and parenthesis and semicolon works as a constructor for the same. Now in today's video, we are going to check what are the, or which of the different methods we are using in a strings. So why we need strings at the time of coding or programming in a with the help of a string. So there is a, with the help of string method, it reduce the stress level of a coder, because by using a specified methods that should performing a specific function for the same. We are going to see different types of strings like length, to lowercase, uppercase, string, replace, all of these things we are going to see one by one. So let's see first method. The first method is a length. We can return as a consider there is a string as a string s1 is equal to Vaibhav. In this case, we have to find out the length of that string. That time we are using as s1 dot length and then parenthesis. That time we are able to achieve or accessing that the length of that string. There is a, in Vaibhav string there is a 7 letters, 7 characters are there, and it will show output in an integer type, that is the index numbers, and our index number starts with the 0 up to last. That's why if there is a size of a string is a 7, it show this length as a 6. That's with the help of this method we are easily calculated, or we are easily get the length of that string. After that, we are going to next method, that is to lowercase. Consider the Vaibhav string is written in a uppercase format, and we have to change it in a lowercase. That time we using this method. By using this method, we are converting all those characters which are written in uppercase, that will be directly output as a lowercase. With the help of that lowercase, we are done work on that. And not only on string, if there are some characters of the strings in uppercase, these also are converted in a lowercase. So after that, next one is a to uppercase. It is vice versa. In this case also, if any string or any character in a string is in uppercase, is in a lowercase, with the help of that to uppercase method, we can convert it in a uppercase, or we get output in a uppercase. After that, our next method is a trim. By using trim method, if suppose in our string Vaibhav there is a some spaces are there before the starting of Vaibhav name and after the ending of name, there is some spaces. But in our string, space should also consider as an index. That means it also occupy some space in that string. So that's why we have to remove the their first and last spaces. So for that condition, we are using a trim method. By using trim method, we are able to eliminate or remove all these spaces which are present in front and at the end side of the our string. We can remove all these spaces and convert it in pure string for the same. But there is one drawback, that is by using trim method we are not able to eliminate the spaces between the strings. If there is we are rating as a VAI and there is a space and then BHAV, that time we are not able to remove that space by using a trim method. There is some another method we can see nextly. After that, our next is a method is a replace. So basically, replace is works as if in our string we have to replace some characters. Consider in our string above that in that string we are replacing V by A. That means we have to change or replace the V character by the A character. That time we are using that method. We are writing that method in the form of string. S1 is equal to replace, and within their parentheses we are writing that word which we have to replace, that is A, and which word we have to replace for the replace, that is V. Why we are writing both this character within a one parenthesis by dividing a comma between them characters. We are writing as, and after that we get output by replacing the character in the string. After that, replace are having some two more method, that is first replace and another is a last replace. These are also work like that. If there is a string size is more, and in that string also consists containing some substrings. That means Vaibhav is a man. That means in this case there is a three strings are there. So if you have to change or replace the some specific substring between the string, we are using this method for the same. Okay. After replace, we are going to our next point, that is a starts with. So with the help of starts with, we are able to identify our string is starting with that specific character or not starting with that specific character. In this case, we are getting output in terms of boolean. That means true or false. Let's consider in our string Vaibhav that string should considering that string will be start with the character V. If we are using a start with the method for the same, that time it show true condition because it starts with the V. And if you have to compare this with the another character like A, that time it show result as a false because that string will be started with the V character. After that, our next method is ends with. This is vice versa, but it will be works from a ending of our string. That means the character which is written at the end of the string, that will be considered or that will be checked by the specific character given by us, and we have to get again output in a boolean type, that is true or false. With the help of this method, we are able to check the ends with element by this method. After that, the our next method is a character add. With the help of this method, we have to identify the index number of that specific character which we have to find, and we are writing as a s dot character add, and their index number we have to give them. In our example above, there is a is having on a space of 1. That means the index number of the A is a 1. That's time if I am giving the input as a character at 1, it will give me a character which is placed at a 1 index. That is giving us output as a. That is the method of getting the character at A. So after that, one more method is that is index of. If in a specific string, if we have to find out the index number of any character, that time we have to input that character for the finding the index number. We are writing as index of. In this case, we are writing as index of, and we are giving that specific character. Let's consider we are giving as a character V, and it will be give us output in terms of that index number, that is a 0 in our string. We are finding all these things. After that, our next method is equals to. In equals to method, we are checking a string is equal with the another string or not. In this case, there are some parameters are checked, like length of that string is compared with the another. If this difference, so it gives us as a different, or it gives as a boolean type false. And if the some character between them strings are equal, it will be show as a true. It compare all character by character with the other strings. So after that, there is a next type is next type is a equal to ignore. In this case, if there is a in both of the strings, if both strings are having same string like a Weibo, but within that first string is in a capital uppercase and second string is in a lower case, that time it will ignore it, that case condition with the help of equals to ignore case, equals to ignore case, where removing all these cases like uppercase or lower case with the help of this. And after that, our one more method is compare to. In our compare to method, we are comparing that string with the we are comparing our string with another string, and it will be gives us for a comparing with the ASCII table and Unicodes. It depends on ASCII table and Unicode, and if there is a string is a smaller in a smaller between the string, that string will be written as a negative value. If it is bigger, that time it will give written as a positive value. If this both strings are equal to, that time it will give as a 0. And if that, and this method are giving us output in terms of integer. After that, one more important method is that is the split. With the help of split method, we are consider there is a string, substring, string of string. There is a containing some different strings. If we are have to split that string by their spaces, if consider there is a string as a Weibo have new byte, that in that there is a space between Weibo and have. So we are using that string method for that, and we are writing as s1 dot split, and within that parenthesis, which on basis we have to split that string. That parameter will be given between that string, that is a spaces. That's why it will be giving us a return as a on a first row, that is Weibo, in second row has, and in third row new byte. That will be give us an output like that. So these are some basic methods in a string. If any part is remaining, we will see in our next video. Thank you.